Welcome to All About IELTS. In this special series where we are covering all the Task 1 from IELTS Cambridge 20, this one is for Test 2 Task 1. This is a map question which has been given in this book. And today in this episode, we are going to see how to execute this task, how to write about it, what kind of vocabulary and grammatical structures you can use, and how you would choose the main features in order to achieve that Band 7 plus response. So let's quickly get started. Now let's start by understanding the task. This is a map comparison question and it shows how Beechwood Farm changed between 1950 and the present day. Now our task is to summarize the key features, write about them and make comparisons where relevant. We are just describing the changes that took place over a period of time. In IELTS Writing Task 1, overview is the most important paragraph, and this paragraph actually tells the examiner what are the main features of the maps given. The main developments are clearly highlighted in the overview paragraph without going into much of the details because details are given in the body paragraphs. Now, looking at the maps as a whole, it is clear that Beechwood Farm has changed considerably over time. The area has basically shifted from being used almost entirely for traditional farming to a more diversified site that now combines agriculture, tourism, and renewable energy. So, this is clear from the solar panels and the tourist facilities that have been provided in the second map. Another key feature is the increase in number of buildings and facilities. This is particularly in relation with visitor accommodation and infrastructure that we can see. At the same time, certain core elements have remained unchanged, so we will also talk about that. Now, how to pick the main features so that you can describe them in the overview? You should ask yourself a few questions and then whatever answers you get, you just club them together and frame a paragraph. The first question could be, has the area changed a lot with time? Second, what are the main differences that you can see in both the maps? Third, are there certain areas or locations which remained unchanged? Now, have your answers for these three questions, club them together. You can also use comparison language and create a body paragraph for the overview without delving into much of details. Now, talking about the grammatical part, you should be careful with the tenses that you have to use for describing these map questions. One of the maps is about past 1950, so you will be using simple past tense and sentences like the land was used for farming or sheep were kept in the eastern area. Now for the second map, you will be using present tense, simple present tense in order to show the different locations and also present perfect tense in order to describe the changes. So there will be sentences like there is a space for parking in the eastern side and several holiday cottages have been built. Now let's look at some of the vocabulary words that you can use to describe these changes. There will be verb forms like transformed into, developed into, converted into, or replaced, expanded. Then for constructions and additions, you will use words like built, constructed, introduced, and installed. Vary your language and your choice of words should be appropriate with respect to the map question. There will be comparison and linking phrases too. You will be using words like while, whereas, in contrast, and however. The first paragraph will be for the introduction where you will be paraphrasing the question statement. The second paragraph will be an overview. You will just highlight the key features and you'll be using comparison language as well in this paragraph. The details will be given in the body paragraphs. The first one could be about 1950 and the second one could be about the changes that happened over the period of time. Now let's see a sample response to this question. You must write at least 150 words. Somewhere between 160 to 170 is actually suggested. Don't write very long reports because there will be more of grammatical errors and words will also be repeated. First, the introduction. The maps illustrate how Beechwood Farm changed between 1950 and the present day. So we have just changed the given question and mentioned about what actually the maps represent. Moving on to the overview. Overall, Beechwood Farm has changed significantly. shifting from an entirely agricultural area to a mixed use site with tourism and renewable energy. Now you can see we are not giving much of details in this paragraph, we are only highlighting the main feature. At the same time, more buildings and facilities have been added, while some original farming activities continue. So we are not writing specifically about what facilities have been added. It is just an overview that there are some buildings and facilities which have been added. We are not mentioning their names because that will be given in the body paragraph. And along with that, the original farming activities. So we have used this collocation to refer to the farm beds which remain the same in both the maps. In 1950, the land was mainly used for agriculture. You can notice the past tense here. Fruit trees were grown in northwest, while soft fruits and vegetables occupied the central area. Sheep were kept in the eastern part of the farm. In terms of buildings, a farmhouse and barn were located to the southeast, with chickens kept nearby, and a river ran along the southern boundary. A mix of sentence structures have been used in this paragraph. Now we will talk about the changes in the second body paragraph. At present, the farm has experienced substantial development. A camping area and several holiday cottages have been added, along with parking facilities and a farm shop. So we have mentioned about the additions here. We have used the names in the body paragraph. Additionally, solar panels have also been installed in the northeast. Now, for solar panels, installed is a better word. You can't write constructed or created. So you will use installed. So these are the things that did not change over the course of time. So this is how you should write your map questions. They should be short and crisp. It should not be more than 170 words. Now, if you follow this structure, use correct tenses and words, and make relevant comparisons, then you can certainly fetch band 7 in your IELTS writing task 1. I hope this map question was clear to you. You can share your own response for evaluation and feedback. We are covering all the academic writing task 1 for Cambridge IELTS 20 in this series. So for other tasks also, you can keep following the series. Like the video and subscribe to our channel, and we'll keep you updated on everything related to IELTS. Thank you for watching and keep following All About IELTS.